Hello, good morning. Welcome back.
Welcome in.
Feel like a Monday or what?
Oh, yeah.
Especially when you texted, last night at 10 that you had just gotten into Phoenix?
Oh, yes, I know I flew in, but I still made it. Had a great nap this afternoon.
Well deserved.
But at least I only had to do my one job today. Crystal had to do two, so I can't complain.
Poor
oh my
Vanessa
gosh.
feeling under the weather.
Okay, before we get to our topic, I do want to talk about what people should be preparing for this week.
Yes.
Because that big storm is coming. Where's the storm coming from?
So you've got a couple little pieces of energy, okay? So you have your typical low pressure system, right, coming in off the Pacific, but there's been this little piece of energy, kind of Baja California, that's kind of spinning things up, and it could bring in some tropical moisture, no less. That's what we're counting on for these big time rain totals. So all of these pieces come together and sparks fly, right? So Tuesday night, tomorrow night, well, I'd say after sundown, through Friday afternoonish, we'll kind of keep you posted. We're going to have, yes, on and off rain and thunderstorm chances. Yeah. So if you get one of those more heavy duty storms, that could lead to flash flooding.
Yeah.
You can't have too much of a good thing. And we could see more than an inch in valley rain gauges, in some places getting 2 to 3 inches.
Is there a day in particular that's going to be the worst?
Wednesday is probably the most widespread, and Thursday, the kind of the middle, the sandwich.
Okay.
And definitely for thunderstorms too on Wednesday, yeah. And snow in the high country, although it'll be mainly a liquid maker at first with snow levels at 8,000 feet, but then they could come crashing down to around 6,000, kind of that Thursday night, Friday morning time frame.
Interesting.
I'm
So you can
jazzed.
Stick around for next week. I know.
And at least it's not happening Thanksgiving week.
Right.
Oh,
Because
gosh.
everyone, I mean,
Think
we
of
have
the
Thanksgiving
travel.
outside.
Yeah.
And the travel. But
Absolutely.
we have over 100 people at our Thanksgiving dinner.
Oh my gosh.
What?
Yeah. Oh, you guys, it's so wild. It's this humongous
you rent out a
Thanksgiving
convention
feast.
That's like a wedding.
It feels like a wedding. This is my husband's side of the family, and it's just huge. And so it always rotates at different people's backyards.
Oh, okay.
And so it's always outside. I can't imagine what they would do if we had to be inside because of rain.
You're going to be able to house all those people.
Yeah, so hopefully it'll be better next week. I also was talking to Rachel earlier about how I'm attempting this year to make my pies that I'm in charge of. I don't know if that's a good idea.
I think I might try the lemon icebox pie. That
you gonna
Mitch-
do that, Mitch?
Is that because
Mitch's
there's
family
no
recipe.
baking?
Yes,
So
I love it.
feel
Whenever
like,
that's
how hard can it be, right?
Well.
Even I can't mess that up. No
Famous
baking.
last words.
Just stick it in the fridge. That's it.
voila.
Wow.
Yeah.
It looked delicious.
It did. I love anything lemon.
I know. And the whipped cream, like, ooh, I'm in. Yeah.
I'm going to try.
That may be the one thing I make. I have to order my turkey today. I've got to get that in. Got to get it done.
You really do.
Yeah,
I mean, I can't believe that it's next week, and then
Yes.
Christmas is soon after because the gap between Thanksgiving and Christmas this year is so short.
Yeah.
Which makes me want to get my Christmas tree this weekend.
I got to just pull mine out of the garage and unzip it.
There he is.
Voila, Christmas!
Old Father Christmas. I wonder how crispy my Christmas tree will be if I do get it this weekend, though. I figure it's already been cut down, so like.
But remember, it's a short time.
I know,
Yeah,
and I want to soak in the season. It's already so close.
It'll be nice and cool this weekend in the 60s for a high.
Perfect.
Oh my goodness.
So do you think that knocking down these temperatures will be below average for a while, like maybe even into next week?
So average is 74. So and it kind of drops a degree every couple of days. So it'll be slightly below average, and then maybe might meet up at some point. So yeah, but we might be done with these warm temperatures. Yeah, because today's like a flashback to before Halloween. How can you think about getting a Christmas tree, right?
80s is a lot. Plus, I haven't even cracked open my boots and my sweaters and
I
all my
know.
stuff.
They're crying in the closet.
They are crying.
They want to be worn.
Single tear.
Before you know it, summer will be back.
Oh yeah.
All right, we're talking today
Yes.
about how you feel about homework. Do you like it? Do you not like it? Do you think it really helps your kids? So a lot of schools here in the Valley already do this, where they do no homework. But they're over in Ireland, they're like completely wiping it out. No homework for kids once they get back. What do you guys think? Do you think that this is a good idea? Is it better to not have homework, or do you kind of like that your kids are busy with schoolwork when they get home? Let us know right now. You can post right here on Facebook. We're going to be discussing this throughout the rest of the show. I only have a preschooler. That's the only one that's in school right now. But I love when we get to do worksheets together.
Yeah.
Because number one, I get to know what he's doing and what he's learning, and then I'm part of the process with him. Sometimes I totally fail at it and I get frustrated and I'm like, oh my gosh, it's just a T. It's just the letter T. Like, you can do it. So there's times when I totally fail at it, but there's other times when I'm like, I really enjoy learning with him.
Yes.
But I can see how stressful it can be when they get home, when they're gone all day.
Stressful.
Yeah, when they're gone all day
stressful.
and they get home and it's like, oh my gosh, they have another hour or 2 or 3. And I can recall back in high school where it would just stress me out so much on top of school. Then you have your activities, your projects. Yeah, then you have, sports.
Standardized testing, all that stuff.
It's a lot. Do you think wiping out homework altogether would be better?
I'm never like a blanket policy kind of person. I feel like a lot of it depends on the age of the child. Because I'll tell you, when we were in kindergarten, we would get a packet, I'm not kidding you, this thick to do on Monday that you'd have to do through the week. And it was like, I don't know if a kindergartner needs a packet that's an inch thick. It seemed like a lot of busy work. And so that's what I'm not a fan of, is just busy work. Obviously, they have to know their math facts. They have to do some drills. They have some new things now where they have these programs they can actually do on iPads, which are doing math facts. It's a little more fun for them. I love assigned reading when they say just read with your child 20 minutes every night. I think that's great.
Love that.
Yeah, I can't get enough assigned reading. I think that's great. But yeah, I think it's just the math busy work. And then we encountered a teacher, I said on the show, elementary school, I think it was like 4th grade, and she said, I'm not sending home math homework because the parents mess it up. Because we learned math a little differently than some of the concepts that they're using today. And I always say, I'm like, I feel like if I had learned math the way they're teaching it now, maybe I wouldn't hate math so much.
Yeah.
They just teach, I think it's conceptual. I don't know what it is, but it seems to work better. And the kids don't seem to hate it quite so much. So the teacher was like, I'm not going to send it home because what happens is you parents do it your way, and then the kids come back to school and I'm having to undo it, the lesson.
So smart.
So I was like, I love you. You're my favorite teacher on the planet. You're not making me do math at home with my kid and fight with them.
It was so normal for us, though, growing up to have homework every single day. You got home and you did your homework. Right, Crystal?
Yeah.
Were you the same?
Absolutely. Between the homework and the studying and the extracurricular, I was...
Was it too much?
Squeeze it in.
Sometimes, yeah. And then you know what? Then you cut corners, and then I found myself doing cliff notes and that because I just don't have the
Run out of
time.
That's what I hear a lot from people with high school kids.
Yeah.
Yep.
Is that they're like, when you're involved in after school activities that are 2 to 3 hours of practices, and they're finishing school and they're coming home and they're up till midnight trying to get the work done, and then their school starts so early for high school. And they're not getting the sleep, so it's just like you're just always chasing your tail.
And we've seen study after study of, talking about teens with phones and schoolwork and how sleep is so vital for teenagers.
Yeah.
And if they're not getting enough sleep, then that leads to so many major problems, especially when it comes to mental health. So maybe if it's that kind of an issue, then I think eliminating homework or at least downsizing it or having some sort of a plan, because especially in high school, you have all these teachers that it almost feels like they're on their own separate islands. They don't know that you have 5 or 6 other classes and what they're assigning out, and if they're adding to that or sometimes it just gets ridiculous.
I was talking to a mom the other day at school. I think she is a 4th grader, and she was saying how one thing that's annoying is she's not arguing with the amount of homework they're given. It's just the fact that you're given your assignment. Let's say you get 4 pages you have to do every night. On this particular day, I gave you this assignment Tuesday, you have to do it for Tuesday. And it's like, but Tuesday is the day that she has dance and gymnastics and a dentist appointment. And you know what I mean? Yeah. So I'm like, if you can just say, hey, well, this is your homework, but maybe you have 48 hours to do it or 3 days to do it on your own time, because these kids are so overscheduled, which is the fault of the parents. I realize I'm an overscheduler, but maybe just giving them more of a window in which to get it done that was just more reasonable.
I mean, clearly this has left a scar, because I still have dreams about not getting the homework done, or didn't study for this test I totally forgot about. Like, it's still with me. I don't
know. I'm so against cramming. Yeah. Like, I'm so against the whole idea.
I only cram.
I know.
I think that's how I got into news, because we always have your deadline is right this second. I'm like, I'm a horrible procrastinator. I don't think I could do any other job where they were like, you have a project due 2 weeks from now. I'd still do it the night before. I'm just that person.
I know, I'm
terrible.
right there
I
with
can't
you.
change.
But then the information that you're learning is gone.
I know.
You know, the second that the project is done, or the second that the,
Yeah.
you know, the test is gone. That's exactly how I was all the way through high school, and then college. It got even worse.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
It was way worse because they weren't assigning out homework, so you weren't held accountable to keep up on the information
Till
You
finals.
till finals. And then you would cram your pants off, and then after the test, you know, all that information was gone. So a part of me is thinking, wait a second, maybe homework holds these kids accountable so that they're not cramming at the last second.
Yeah.
When it comes to a big test or a quiz.
One thing I like about our school is that where my kids go is that they say their philosophy is they want homework to be purposeful and intentional.
Yes.
Meaning
Intentional.
not busy work. And the other thing I really like is that the kids are given at least 2 opportunities during the day in which they can go to an area of the school where there is a teacher to
Smart.
get help. So if you
Yeah.
want to save it till after you get home and do it at home, that's your prerogative. If you want to do it during like a study period, you can do it. If you want to eat lunch and then spend the second half of your lunch, you know, in the library, there's someone there to help you and do it. And I'm like, I feel like that's so much
Yes.
better.
Yeah.
Because a lot of time, like my older one, he chooses to do it during the day because he has a lot of activities in the afternoon. He just like wants to hit the ground running. My little one, maybe that's where he gets the procrastinate from. He's like, I'll do it after snack. I'll do it after dinner.
I love it.
I'll do it after shower. It goes on all night.
I'll do it after I go to sleep.
But I know, I'm like,
Does that stress the family out? Like,
Yes.
does that make, right? Doesn't it?
Yes.
Because then I feel
I'm
like,
chasing him all the
Yeah.
time, begging him to do it. Let's just do it now. Let's just do it now. Yeah.
Well, so many of you are sounding off. Jamie says kids need to practice what they are learning in class. Reading at home is a must, though, especially for
Yeah.
those who are struggling or below grade level. She just doesn't like too much homework.
Yeah.
Madre thinks it would be great. It would be less stress for those who struggle in the classroom. It would be more interactive. More kids would pay attention. Homework is necessary, says Sandra. Let's see.
I would also love to hear from a teacher because
Yes.
maybe it'd be easier for them
Yes.
to not have homework because all that is like, you know, going over it and checking it and entering that in, and man, that's a lot of homework for them. Homework for us is homework for them.
Daniel brings up there's even more distractions too at home now, like the video games, the cell phones, and you know, parents working too, and so maybe you can't.
Yeah.
You know, you get home late from work and find out the
Gosh,
kids
you're,
didn't even
like,
start their
rushing
homework.
for dinner,
and-
trying to prepare
Yeah.
dinner because it's 6, 7 o'clock at night now.
I know.
And you're tackling homework.
Oh wait, Dawn, she went to a school with no homework policy. It helped her focus better when she was at school since she wasn't up late working on homework and stressing out over it. She said it really allowed her to enjoy school for the first time and learn from what her
That's
teachers
cool.
were teaching her. Like she was able to just
Right.
really focus. Yeah.
That's a good
Yeah, I think Tara my K through 8 school has been no homework free basically for 2 years now. We have enough time in school to get the tasks completed. Kids need family and social time. That's a good point. Yeah.
It's a great point because sometimes at the end of the day, when they get back, you don't have time for anything.
No.
Get the homework done and then rinse and repeat, you know? So, I don't know.
I feel like the shift is like this is a conversation we've been having more often. Just trying to get schools to get away from that busy work packet, you know, just doing homework for the sake of doing homework kind of thing. Yeah.
My mom was a kindergarten teacher for years and years and years. And the district was implementing kindergarten homework. And she
Yeah.
thought it was ridiculous.
It is because they're 5.
Yes! And that is such a long
They
day.
just learned how to go to the bathroom by themselves the year
Right,
before. I mean, you have to
right.
kind of put it all in perspective.
Yeah, and she just thought it was so crazy. She's like, they're asking me to assign my students homework.
Right.
And I'm not going to do it because you've got to be kidding me. These poor guys.
At that age, it should, to me, just should be reading with family.
Yes.
And sometimes I do like those, like, whatever, one practice sheet of practicing how to write your perfect capital A and lowercase a, whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
Call it good.
like the extent, maybe.
Yeah, it's a little too much. Do we have an In Case You Missed It segment? Do we? Oh, let's go to it. When someone tells you to put on your game face, you better do it. New research from the University of Tennessee says having a game face improves mental performance and leads to better recovery from stress. Just contorting your face can help a person focus and makes them feel better prepared for the challenge ahead. So I want to know.
Is that your game face?
That's not my game face. But I'm putting you on the spot. What's your game face? It is Monday after all, right? And
I know, right? We always laugh because they make you do headshots for work, and we're like, they make you do the serious news face with the arms crossed. I'm like, is that our game face?
And you know, one guy told me, he said, pretend like you're stuck in a sandstorm and you're trying to look like that should be your game face.
No. I always look like I'm smelling something really bad.
You probably are smelling something bad because in this place there's leftover food everywhere.
Could be anything, really.
Yes.
I know. I'm not good with those.
Neither am I.
I always feel like I look awkward in photographs when I'm not smiling.
Yeah.
I just look, because they always make you do a serious one
Right.
for when you're on a serious assignment.
No, you don't
And I
want
try
that.
it, but I always look like I'm smirking. Like it's not a good look.
Or like even when you go to do your passport, I had to practice in the mirror. Like you can't really smile, but you don't want to look totally mean. You're just kind of like.
It's a total mugshot. You're like dead face. No light in your eyes.
Yes.
I don't know how changing your face would help. I guess maybe like physically doing something to pattern what's in your brain. I don't know. Make you.
Did you like the Tyra Banks smize?
Oh, I wish I could do that.
I know, I wish I had that.
Because that girl, when she smizes,
She's so good.
it's so good.
I know.
Anyway.
No, I have not mastered
Could all be more like Tyra. Okay, guys, we're going to wrap things up because poor Crystal is covering
Crystal?
both traffic and weather
There's a
today.
million things.
I got to
to
check
do.
on things before the next cut in. When is that?
We gotta be done. That's in a couple minutes.
Oh, great.
sister. We'll see you live on 12 in like 10 minutes. So Crystal, hop to it.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us,
Hurry up.
everyone. Happy Monday.